measuring tape, and I'm going to center 3.5 inches in the middle of her waist. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Now that tells you, okay, if we measured 3.5 inches around, and this would confuse some people who've never done this before, okay, then you know that just in the front side it's a 3.5 is going to be half that. So half of 3.5 inches so half of 3 inches is 1.5. Okay, and then you half the half inch, which is 1/4. So it's going to be, you center that on the waistline, put it on your waistline, and so you know that's going to be 1 and get my pencil here so I can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to be, the waistline in the front is going to be 1 inch and 12/8. So 1 inch and 12/8 inch, okay, in the front for the waistline. That also tells me that's the same for the back too. Okay, so, and this is for the waistline. Okay, now we're going to drop down, and I'm going to measure the hip area, which we forgot to do on our doll. We need to find out the hip diameter, because that's going to tell us. Now, when you're designing something off someone's body, you need to do it in very small increments, and this is why I drew the figure. Okay, because now all I have to do, since I drew the figure and it's true to form, I know that from here it's 1 and 12/8. Then I'm going to come up a little bit, and I'm going to draw another arrow out here. Okay, and I know that that part of her hip area is 2 inches and 1/8. So 2 inches and 1/8 inch, 2 and 1/8 inches. Okay, now I'm going to drop down just a tiny bit more, and I know that that's 2 inches and 1 2/3. So at this point it's 2 inches and 3/8. Now we're at the crotch area, and that's going to go down. Let's see here, 1 2 3 4. No, actually it went, let's see. Okay, we're at the crotch area, because this is right above the crotch area, but you want to be exact. So let's see, 1 2 3 4/8. So I'm going to change this 2 3/8 to 4/8. Okay. Now we already know what the inner thigh was, which is in diameter, which is 1 6/8. So I'm going to drop down and make an arrow, and I know that that is going to be less than 1 inch. Okay. Plus, let's see, we decided we were going to do 3 1/4 inches. So what you do is you just half 3 1/4 inches, and that's your measurement there. So half of 3 is 1 1/2 inches. We know that. Half of 1/4 is 2/8. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to do 1 10/8 inch. For the thigh. And now what we're doing here is we're designing the front part of the shorts. Then we'll go back and design the back part. And you're going to sew those together. And then you're going to sew the inseams together. And you're going to have a pair of shorts. So that's what we're doing. We're measuring the body to conform to the clothes that we're making it. It's kind of like reverse engineering in a way. Okay, now, so we did the thigh diameter and the waistline to the bottom of the shorts. Okay, so let's look at this for a second. The waistline to the bottom of the shorts. So we know that here's our waistline, and we know we wanted 2 inches, which is going to come out right here. So this is the bottom of the shorts. Okay, and that's 2 inches. Alright, now what I'm going to do is we're going to take this information that we just recorded off of the information we measured. Okay, we're going to take this information and we're going to draw our pattern. Okay, now here's where the legal size paper comes in. So I'm going to go back to my scrap folder. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the information that I have here and I'm going to create the front of the shorts. Now these are going to be pull-up shorts. Whenever you're designing clothes, the best thing you need to do is keep it simple, stupid. Okay? And also remember seam allowances. Seam allowances are very important when you do this. So whatever end piece we get, we're going to add a seam allowance to it at that point in time. So here I have a clean sheet of typing paper and I have my measurements. So I'm going to take my trusty measuring tape and I'm going to follow these measurements and I'm going to put the body, hang on here, I'm going to take tape because I don't want it to move. And don't ever tape your light board. It's very hard to get off. So I'm going to tape my paper with the measurements onto the final paper that we're going to start drawing our. Now what I'm going to do is, I know that the waist is going to be 1 12/8 inches. So I'm going to put a piece of tape on the end of my